Hello everybody, my name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Spin Fishing series. Today, gonna do similar to what I did yesterday. We're gonna be trying to finish out the New Year's gifts here at Mosquito, so I'll be kind of cutting in and out during that. Right now, I've got maggots on small hooks, seeing if we can't get some more rough while it's still rough time. I don't have any red worms. I'm not going to buy any red worms. I did buy some more maggots, and I also bought two size 18 hooks for 3 silver a piece, so not really much there. We do still have our main reel being repaired for another 2 days in game, another 2 hours, and it was like 2 hours and 7 minutes, or 2 days and 7 hours in game. So don't even have our reel rod, our good reels to go spinning. I did put the Lacerti, one of the ones we repaired, back on bottom rod there. Not really expecting to need it, but it made sense to go ahead and do that. Nice gibble there. So I will probably do like I did yesterday, cut in and out a little bit as we get good fish, and then hopefully we get our reel back and I'm able to do some reel spinning later today, and potentially, if everything goes well, go over to Volkov with the new HSV, but we'll see. We still need quite a bit of cash to be able to pull that off safely, because we need new line and the ability to buy the reel in line for the new rod. But I also need to replace the line on my current top rod. So just missed a fish there. That's okay. And then to review the presents, we got bag two or three there, 2 there, 1 there, and we got one of the 2 premium bags. So honestly, as long as we get both premium bags, I'll be happy, because I do only have premium for a short period. Although I did get 7 days out of the gifts yesterday, so I've got more if I need it. But we'll pull this one in. Looks like a decent rough. And then I'll probably pause and come back again a little bit, but nice little rough there for some silver. So gonna go ahead and pause, and then as things come up, as we get good fish, and then sporadically throughout the time, I'll come back and give you an update. And coming back in for about a 10-minute update here. Not a whole lot of good stuff, couple of decent sleepers, roaches, but it's been pretty calm. I mean, we do have 23 fish in 15 minutes, so not bad on that account. I did switch the bottom rod over to size 16 hooks, still with worm on them. I don't think I've switched either of these. Actually, that already has a size 14 hook on it. I thought I'd switch that over to a smaller hook last night. I guess I didn't, but not a whole lot of awesome going on. Haven't gotten any presents. Haven't gotten any big fish, really. Been a lot of nibblers that take forever to bite too. So wanted to keep y'all updated as we go. Again, we've got 2 hours of happy hour, so I'm going to take advantage of all of that, and that will get us pretty close to having our reel repaired anyway. And then depending on how much silver we make, we'll see if I'm able to afford what I want to. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the episode here, but don't really want to have y'all just staring at me doing something that's not really spin fishing related the whole time. So we'll go ahead and cut back to a pause here, and if anything comes up good, we'll come back in. And back here 10 minutes later again. No new presents, no amazing fish. Did get a couple of decent perch on the bottom rod, and for the heck of it, I switched the bottom rod, and I'll show it off here in a second, over to a really big hook and wet bread, and we'll see if we can't get some big crucians or gibbles or roaches because of that. just to try and get us some extra silver here, since we're not having a whole lot of luck. So we've got 32 fish. It's been 22 minutes. I would say probably 25, 27 of those have been float catches. So keep in mind, only the 2 telescopic rods qualify for potentially pulling out a gift. The bottom rod does not. It is what it is there. That's part of why I went to the really big hooks. I did switch rod 1 over to the new size 18 hook that we bought. I'm going to take advantage of this as well to switch this rod over to that. Out of curiosity, I'm going to put a red worm, normal worm, and see if that helps with some bait or some bites. I was hoping the maggots would get us more sleepers, but we're just not seeing a whole lot of sleepers at all. We do have float fishing up to 20.8%. Keep in mind, we started this whole endeavor at 0.2% and we had 1 fish caught. So we'll be able to see how many telescopic fish we actually had to catch to finish out the event when it comes to that. So going back to pause, if something comes up good, I'll come back in and we'll go from there. Nice little sleeper there to cut out on. So back in a few. Think I might have a present here. Sorry for the quick cut in there. It is a present. Good. So first present, we're looks like about 6 minutes after the last update. About 26 minutes into the day. And that's number 8 of 19, if I remember correctly. Either 19 or 17. So 5, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it is 17. At least got one of them. So other than that, got a decent perch. I had a... Ooh, hello. Nice sleeper. I had a 450 gram perch on this rod, so the worm rod seems to be doing pretty decent. I may switch rod 1 over to that as well too here in a bit. But the bottom rod had a nibble, but nothing actually came of it, so didn't miss anything there. And what do we have here? It was a small bream. So we've been going for about 28 minutes now. There's our catch net. And then here's what I've got on this one. I am going to go ahead and just switch it over to normal worm for a bit. Instead of maggots. Just because this rod has been going a lot quicker. Nice crucian there. So it already had the size 18 hook and worm on it. And then here's our bottom rod. It's got a size 1 hook right now with wet bread on it. So gonna go ahead and pause again. And if we get another present or some other cool stuff comes out, we'll be back in here. And another update here. Nothing major. Between those two, we've been going for 34 minutes. Couple of markers. We did catch something on the bottom rod finally. It wasn't anything super special, especially for a size 1 hook. It was a 300 gram roach, so really haven't missed anything. We'll keep going like this. We're obviously approaching nighttime, so we'll see how that goes. And I'll miss fish left and right, evidently. And we'll see what we can get. Today's just been kind of not good fish either, as well as just no presents. Just a lot of kind of meh fish, like an 84 gram crappie crucian. So we'll see what we can do, and we'll come back here in a little bit. Think we... I was wrong. It's the first time I've come back in early, but a little small tinge there. It was acting like it was a present. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to mute the... I thought I muted my music and evidently hit the wrong button. So we'll come back here in a little bit. I want to see what I've got on the bottom rod before I cut. This looks like a decent fish. First time I've actually had to turn up the friction brake, so that's a good sign. I don't think it's going to be a trophy. Nope. Still a good... Wrong rod. Still a good roach there, but nothing special. So we're about 5 minutes after the last update. So I'll keep going, and we'll be back in a few. I think we got another present here. 40 minutes into the day, we do have another present. So there's number 9 of 17. So we're over halfway finally. Not a lot. Ooh, is this going to be one on this rod? Nope, this is going to be a roach. So far, they've all been on rod 1 as well, too. But up to 63 fish. Been going, yeah, like I said, about 40 minutes. So still have an hour 20 on my happy hour. And still time after that before we get our main rod back. Today it's just been kind of good quantity of fish. I mean, 63 fish in 40 minutes is not bad, but a lot of, even for what we're doing, a lot of just meh fish. So I don't think we're making a lot of silver, which is unfortunate because we need at least 44.50 to buy the new rod and reel, and then another 100 or so for line. Actually, do I still have that open? I do. Yeah, another 120 for line, and then probably 40 or 50. I would like to buy a new lure for the new rod and reel as well too. So there's 4,800-ish is what we're looking at, and we're at 4,350. So we need 450 silver, and right now I guarantee you we're not on track for that, which is unfortunate, but we'll see what comes of it. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes, or if we get anything good. We got something here. This is actually on rod 2. It's the first time we've hooked a present on rod 2. So I will take that. We're only a couple minutes later, about 3 or 4 minutes after the last cut there, but I will take that. That was a surprise good fish. So we'll be back here in a few minutes. Might have another present here. We do. Nice. I think this is number 11 of 17 then. This is over on rod 1. So I will definitely take that. It's still probably 2 minutes after the last update, and I think the first actual catch after the last update. So moving well. We'll be back again here in a few. Might have another present. Nope. It was a roach that just kind of stuck and then popped out. So it was time for another update anyway. So here we are, about an hour into it, about 55 minutes into it. And we've got 72 fish, so not bad on the number of fish. Kind of meh quality. We did get a nice gibble on rod 2 a couple minutes ago, but not a whole lot of good fish. We are at 11 presents out of 17, and I also did check, and we do have both of the premium presents now, so that's definitely a good sign. I was hoping that would happen. So even if we don't somehow get it in the next 2 days, get all the fish in the next 2 days, we don't have to worry about either burning the 7 days of premium gift we got or buying another 3 days of premium. So pretty happy about that. Forgot I had music going in the background. It's just commonplace for me right now. It's to have something in the background as I'm doing this. Basically, I'm listening through a bunch of different songs, deciding what I want to keep and what I don't for the future here. But still going on pretty strong. We are about 100,000 XP away from level 22. I'm keeping an eye on that as we go as well too. So more to come. We'll be back in a few. And back for the little over an hour update into the day. Only thing that I almost came back for, this one was close, 137 gram rough. This is a float fishing rough. 150 grams is a trophy, so very close. That was a nice fish. I did go grab my free food for the day before I forgot about it. And other than that, just a bunch of just average fish. I do have small hooks and worm on this right now because I am going for rough with it being still nighttime. I'll probably switch back to big hooks. And then I forgot we had some semolina, if I remember correctly, and it's been a while. I think we actually got that as part of the tutorial free gifts from level 1 to 10. I'll probably put semolina with big hooks on for the next day here. But still moving forward. We're up to 79 fish in a little over an hour, so I'm not going to complain about that. But we trying to decide on if I want to cut to a break or get this fish, and this fish isn't playing along with me. There we go. I'm kind of glad I hung out here, I think. Yep. I'm going to drag this one back to shore. I don't think it's a trophy, but it's still a good gibble. Yeah, 1.393 gibble, so I'm kind of glad I held out for that fish. But we'll go ahead and take a pause again, and we'll be back here in about 10 minutes, or if we get anything good. I think we got another present here. It's about 3 or 4 minutes after the last cut, and we do have another present over here on Rod 1. Looks like we got a perch or a frog or something over on 2. I bet I'm too late for that one. Yep. That's 12 of 19 on the gifts. And what do we have here? Small perch on this rod as well too. So didn't really miss anything. Couple small fish. There's the gibble that we caught at the end of the last cut. Did get another 90 gram rough. Other than that, nothing super major to call out, but up to 12 of 17 in about 2.5 hours of doing this. So just to give you an idea of how long it takes there. But go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in a few. We might have another present here. Either have a really good fish or a present. And it is a present. So this will be number 14. Or 13, I mean. I will take that any day of the week. I think that's 13 out of 17, so making very good progress on the presents. We may actually be done with it today during our happy hour, which would be nice. So 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 13 out of 17. So we need the red one and 3 of the blue ones left. Not a bad day here. So 89 fish. We're an hour and 10 minutes into the day, so not too bad in that respect at all. Picked up the wrong rod, and we'll see what we have on the line here. It'll be a fish that just spits the hook out. All right, that was weird. That was the first time I've seen that one, but we'll go ahead and hit a pause and we'll be back in a few. I think, nope, not another present, but it's time for another update. Said mute. Time for another update here anyway. We're now we're 25 minutes in or so, or 20 minutes, or 15, whatever. Time's kind of blending together here. Not a whole lot of good fish. We did get that gibble, got that cursed roach there, but we are over 100 fish on the day so far. We're less than 100,000 XP away from level 22 as well. That's another thing to keep an eye on. If we get that before we finish this, I don't think we will. That's a lot, 93,000. Excuse me, 93,000 XP is a lot of XP. Even with premium and happy hour for what we're doing. So I doubt we'll get that before we finish. At least before we finish today's happy hour. But we'll see. That's one thing I'll keep an eye on as we go as well too. But 104 fish, 100 or an hour and 20 minutes, about 80 minutes into it. So very good quality or quantity of fish. Quality's starting to come up a little bit. So we'll see what happens and we'll be back in a bit. And we're back. Time for an update. I think I actually fished through an update and we caught a present as well too. I just realized one of the songs was an 8-minute song that I had. So I've kind of been listening to 3 or 4 songs and then giving an update. But got another gift bag there. So that should be 14 of 17. We should have 3 more to get. We're up to 123 fish. 510 to 6,000 XP. We've been going here for an hour and 28 minutes basically, but not a whole lot of good fish. Couple of a good sleeper there, a couple of roach and gibbles, but a lot of just non-marker fish, which I kind of expect a good amount of that with using the smaller hooks and worm. Again, the bite rate is really what you want doing this event, because every fish you hook has a chance to be a present. Every fish you hook on telestick, I should say. So I never switched the bottom rod actually off of small hooks. I had a very small rough on it for a while. Got to the point where it hadn't done anything in a little bit. I'm like, I'll just go ahead and reel it in. And I pull out a 21-gram rough. That wasn't even jingling the bells with the lightest quiver tip on that rod. So it is what it is there, but we're still chugging along pretty well. Pretty good fish per minute. I mean, we're 90 minutes in, we got 125 fish, so I think that qualifies as a pretty good bite rate. But we'll keep going here. And we'll be back if we get anything good or another present. And we're back for a quick update here. We're about an hour 36 minutes into it. We got 137 fish, so the next update will be either when we get another present, a trophy, or when we fill up our catch net for this time. We'll probably get that done before we end up with our 2-hour happy hour, so come back after that. But not a whole lot of good fish between the last update and now. So this song playing kind of seemed appropriate, so I figured I'd come in for a quick update as well too. But not a whole lot of good fish. We'll keep going and we'll be back in a bit. And we're back. We've got 150 fish in an hour and 42 minutes. So 102 minutes. So not bad there. I'm going to say probably around 80 silver as a guess. Yeah, it's better than I thought. Almost 100 silver, 98.8. But let's see what we got cafe wise. I have not even looked at the cafe today. So gibbles, we do have 3 small gibbles that I'm okay with getting rid of. Perch, do we have 5 non-markers? Absolutely. Common roach, we've got 5 non-markers. Sleepers, we've got 3 non-markers. Tinch, we didn't get a big tinch, we got a little tinch. No bleak. Only 1 white bream so far. No 3 1 kilo breams, and 2 decent rough. So I'm actually going to save those 2 rough and see if we get any more. But that got us 11, 21, 22, 31, we'll say 35 silver from there. And we've still got 98 over here, so 130 silver. But I want to keep the 2 large rough. So I want to sell all the bream, all the sleepers, all the roach, all the carps, all the other carps, all the perch, all the tinch. I'm just going to save all the rough. It'll be easier that way. So we are up to 4,450. So not bad. Don't quite have enough to buy the rod and reel and get to Volkov, but when we sell the rope, we would. So we'll see how it goes. We still have time on happy hour. We still have another 18 minutes or so on happy hour, and then another half an hour or so before, a little bit under half an hour before we'll even be able to pick up our rod or our reel that's being repaired. So we'll see what we end up between now and then, but we'll be back in a few. This looks like a pretty good fish here. I don't know if it's a trophy, but might be a bream. And if it's bream, it is definitely not a trophy. But it was a good enough fish to go ahead and cut in. No, it's a 1.8 kilo gibble. Not a bad fish there. Up to 33.3% on float fishing. Between updates, it's probably been somewhere around 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Looks like 5 minutes. Not too bad. We did get a 1 kilo crucian, and we got a Satan crucian as well. We got the 1 kilo crucian on this rod, so I was pretty happy about that. And then that 1.8 kilo gibble. We did catch another small white bream, and I realized I sold my white bream that I had, which is unfortunate for the cafe because we might have been able to get another cafe order, but we'll see. We'd still need 1 more white bream anyway if I hadn't sold it. So just wanted to come in when we had a potential good fish on the line or me losing equipment, because both were possible with that 1.8 kilo crucian. Or it was a gibble, it wasn't a crucian. So we'll go ahead and take a pause and be back in a few. I think we got a present here. We do. Present number 15 is 17. Just a couple minutes later in the last update, but I will definitely take presents. I'm hoping to be able to finish the New Year's event before I have to leave today, or at least before our... Oh, come on, fish. There's a fish on, it spit the hook out. Hoping I get the New Year's event done before I decide to do something different today, just because that would be the most silver efficient thing, but we'll see. Still kind of need a little bit more silver to feel comfortable that I've got enough to do what I want to do if I were to leave, because we'll need money to go to Volkov, money to buy the rod and reel, money to buy a leader line, and a new lure, and a boat ticket. I always forget about the boat ticket as well too. So we'll play things a little bit by ear on if we're going to be able to go spinning or not today. Keep in mind, I'm an hour and 40 minutes into the day. You all may not be, but you're only a half an hour into the video. But me concentrating on float fishing for 2 hours and trying to do commentary on a Friday of a holiday week just wouldn't have worked out well. So I know these past few episodes have not been my usual style on this account, partially because this isn't the type of fishing this account's really focused on. So we'll see what happens. I kind of want to try and finish the event before leaving here just to be done with it. We still need one there and one there. So yeah, we only need 2 more presents. And we still need some more silver, so I don't know. We'll see how things go. We still have time between now and when happy hour ends, when we get our current biggest reel back anyway. So we'll keep going. I'll open the presents no matter what at the end of the episode, but we'll take a pause after I pull the fish in here. Looks like a decent rough. Yeah, marker, but not a decent one. So we'll take a pause and we'll be back here in a few minutes. Think we might have another present here. Happy hour just ended a second ago. We do have number 16 of 17 here. So, like I said, when I started, I had 2 days and 7 or 8 hours of repair time left on my main reel. So I still have till around noon in game that I'm going to keep going here just to try and knock it out. This really isn't experience-wise what I want to be doing, so I'm okay with it not being during happy hour. We'll have a better chance tomorrow if we are able to get enough silver to go to Volkov and have fun. I'd rather do that and be done with the event. But overall, it's not been bad. I mean, we were 93,000, or we were about 100,000 XP away, I think, when we started the day. And we are under 75, right about 75,000 XP away. So we made some good progress on leveling up today. I had red worms on bottom rod there, trying to get some more rough. Basically, whatever red worms I dug up during the day, I put on that rod. Just ran out of them. But don't know the exact number of fish today. I forgot to see exactly how many rough we had. I can probably calculate it later. Well, we had 150, 149, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. We had about 10 rough, I think. Maybe 11, 10 or 11 rough. Looks like 10 rough. So 140 plus 24 is 164 fish today so far. Not all of them have been float, obviously. We will be able to tell how many float fish we caught because we had one caught before we started the event. And the statistics screen will show me overall how many we caught. So we just subtract one from that. But been a pretty good event. Honestly, been pretty quick. 3.5 hours, 4 hours. Assuming I get this last present in a decent amount of fish. I say that because my Steam account definitely did not, and this might be the last present. It is the last present. Uh, 8, 10. Yep, we got all of them. Good. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is go over to Winding and just spend some time for the rest of the hour recording. So we got about 36 minutes recorded right now with me cutting in and out. Let's go sell whatever we have left over. I don't think we got anything for the cafe. I don't think we got enough bigger rough. We did not. We did get enough gibble. I will take that. Crucians. We definitely don't have 10 silver and crucians there, so I'll sell them here too. Rough, we still only have the 2. White bream, we only have the 1. No bleak, no bream, no big tench, so that'll get us up here to, where is it? 37 more silver gets us up to 4,500 silver. Still a little short of where I want to be, because I need 4,400 plus a leader, so 4,450 plus a boat ticket, so 4,600 for the new rod and reel in line, and then another 150 or so for my current rod. Coming over to here to see how much time we've got left. Got both the rods back. We got 4 hours in game, so let's go over to Winding because it's free and it's more spin focused. If you've been around me long enough, been around the channel long enough, you've seen me fish here at Winding quite a bit. This is where we started, and we'll see what we can get for the rest of the day before we have to wrap it up. So we will take this rod. Do I want to put the bottom rods in? The answer is yes, I do. So we'll set a 10-meter clip. I gotta put bait on here. I gotta put a hook on here. Just put small hooks and worm with a 10-meter clip and see if we can't get some mussels or crayfish or something like that. I was too, Tucker. I think I've got an 8-meter clip on rod 3 there, but I'm okay with that. And then I want to make sure I have no clip on this because I was using this in the boat last. And for those who don't know this location, we're about as far south as you can go on the map. You can cast up towards either end of the, or either tributary here, either inbound. Usually a 35-ish. You already have fish on. Usually about a 35-ish speed. And we'll see what we can get here today. Usually we'll get chub, asp are possible here as well too, as we pull an asp out. We had something on one of the bottom rods and it Immediately let go. Another bite here, and a good bite. Keep in mind this reel is pretty small capacity. I want to say it's about a 3 kilo reel, and it's also pretty worn as well. So this fish may not be as good as it seems. Looks like it might be a perch. It is a perch. $1.379 perch, not bad. But yeah, this is a 3.6 kilo reel. That's 10% worn, so it's a 3.3-ish. 3.2, 3.3. I was doing the typical reel in for a little bit, do the speed up. Was just about to say I was going to let go right as this looks like it's a chub. Yeah, it's a chub. Right as that chub bit. So reeling in, nothing, holding shift, speed up. When speed up drops, I just let it drop for a second. Don't want to go too long because I'm casting upriver, so it's not really falling like it would if I was casting downriver. The current's going left to right here. Looks like they did disable chat over in Mosquito again because I'm seeing a lot of global weekly records here, or weekly records. I know last night on my float account, the servers were really wonky. I had 2 or 3 fish that took 30 seconds to register, and a couple times I tried to eat or drink and it wouldn't let me. Another big perch. Little bleak. I'm gonna go ahead and recast this one as well too, since I bet this is one that had the fish got away message. Just start fresh on it. Small chub. might be a little pike. Yeah, it is. And I know this is probably not the most silver efficient thing I could be doing right now, other than it cost me 0 to get here. It will cost me 0 silver to go back over to Mosquito and pick up our reel when it's done here around noon. That's really why I came here. And then I think tomorrow, assuming things look pretty decent, which I think they will, I think we'll end up with enough silver to do it. I think tomorrow we'll go over to Volkov and buy the new HSV. Wrong button, Tucker. Wrong button. Buy the new rod and reel and go trolling. I think we should have enough to be able to pull that off, even if we don't have enough to buy line for the current reel and rod. My current big reel and rod. A little bit worn, but it'll get the job done, I think. I really did this backwards. Usually I put the bottom rods on 1 and 2 and the spin rod on 3. But this time I left the spin rod on 1 and put the 2 bottom rods on 1 and 2, or 2 and 3. Can't even explain it. That's how backwards it is for me right now. That and 2 hours of float fishing concentration. Little perch. Did it again. Looks like a decent fish here. Not a bad little asp. Looked like a mussel. Little zebra mussel. Not bad. Surprisingly, I think that was the first zebra mussel we've caught on this account. Little white bream. Did it again. Where I press 3 to take out this rod instead of 1. Nothing on there for that time. We'll cast this out. And of course, now there's a fish on there. Hooked a small something here. Perch. Another small perch. Got a few more minutes before I'm going to end up calling it for the day and opening the presents. Because I know everyone wants to know what I got. I want to know what I got. Our reel should be ready over at Mosquito as well. So you know what? I'm going to make the call. This is the last cast on this rod for the day. And nothing. I don't like that. My dog says this hasn't been the most entertaining content. He just rolled upside down on his back on the couch. And we're not going to get anything. Go ahead and reel this guy in. Reel this one in. $15 fish, 7 silver, 11 silver, not too bad. Look at the cafe real quick. 5 perch, we only have 2 of them for that. We did get the zebra mussel though, so there's 20 silver for that zebra mussel. I'll take it. So 30 silver, not bad. Let's go back over to Mosquito so that we can pick up our reel before I forget. It's the main reason I'm coming back here, actually. We're little 73,000 XP away from leveling up. So good chance of that tomorrow. We got our Mosquito back. Good. And I'll be right back. My phone's ringing. All right, folks. Sorry about that. I'm back. As you can see, it's a little bit later. It's a quick phone call, but when I stood up to answer the phone, the body went, "Hey, you've been sitting down for 2 hours. You need a break." And then the dog went, "Hey, if you're taking a break, I need a break." So probably about 10-15 minutes later, but it is what it is. Nothing happened. I was just standing there in game. Time to open the rest of the presents. I've got a few minutes before I've got to step away here. So we'll go through the presents and then wrap things up for the day. So got some 15 kilo, 350 meter rated black line. Not bad. Push comes to shove, we can actually use that for the HSV. Some egg dough. Won't use too much of that on this account. A floater. I may send that over to my float account. Some coffee. A Dreamfish voucher. Yay. You can use that to taxidermy a fish and put it up in your house. Some alcohol. Some cheese. I think we actually already had one of those. So we now have 2 sets of that. Some more alcohol. Alcohol gives you bonus XP for a short period of time. Size 14 hook. And the last present is a size 15 hook. So not a whole lot of special stuff. Kind of is what it is there. I didn't expect a whole lot. But as far as what we got on the... So we had 10 kilo line. 15's a little bit heavier than I'd want, but I may take advantage of it. So if we put the mosquito back on and put the 15 kilo line, how much of it can we fit on? Only 95 meters, so no, we need to get a little bit smaller line because the 10 kilo line we're able to fit 200 meters on. So we'll probably need to buy a new set of that, but it'll work for what we got for now. But tomorrow, actually, we'll go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and go to Volkov. I actually know what I want in my spreadsheet. I did. Good. Well, sort of. I didn't note what exact line I wanted to buy. So we come over here to the tackle store. We scroll down, go to rods and spinning rods. I want the Model 1. Where is it? Siberian Model 1, and I want the 88MH was what I was looking at. The 88MH has a 10 to 35 gram test and a 25.5. The 98 is a 15 and a 35. I want the 10. Yeah, I want the 10, so we'll buy that. We'll buy the Caliber HSV. I could search for it, I know. I may have to because I'm not seeing it. There, Caliber HSV. And then braided line, I think it's $22.8. That's not the price I wrote down. That's the price I wrote down. $29.6. I think I said 29, $239.6. That makes more sense. I don't remember what line I was looking at. $234.6, $239.6. Here it is. So we got that. How much do we have left? 126. Good. We have enough. I want the... Right now, it seems like either you make your own lure, which We definitely have not ground up the lure making skills enough to do. Right now, it's the original crank 7. Trying to remember off the top of my head. I may have to cut and come back tomorrow and buy this. It might be this original crank 7.6, I think, is right now what is doing well, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'll check that between episodes here, and we'll come back and buy that tomorrow and go fishing here. But appreciate everyone watching. Let's go ahead and put together the new rod and reel. So we'll slap the Caliber HSV on. And yes, I know it's got a 15 kilo friction brake, but it's got about a 30 kilo mechanism. That's why I'm putting bigger line on it. I forgot to buy the leader again. Still have enough to be able to buy the leader and I get a boat, assuming there is big enough basic leader available. There may not be. We may be at the stage where we need to make our own. Yeah, we are. Dang it, that's unfortunate. I may go without a leader for a bit and see how that works. Just because we're not going to be able to afford. Oh, let's see if we can. Leader materials, mono. The fluorocarbon can get up to 20 kilos for 98. Well, it would be 107 for that, which would use up everything we have. That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to think that through. Because I would really like to be able to have a leader, but I don't know. I'll have to think that through between episodes here. But either way, I appreciate everyone watching. We'll be back in tomorrow and hopefully out fishing here at Volkov. Hope you all have a good one, good tight lines, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye now.